look lovely.
Thank you.
As always.
Thank
as always. You. So what's new? Last time, let's see. Last time you signed the bike.
I did.
You came out and signed our motorcycle. Thank you for that.
I did, and I made a fool of myself backstage. It was really embarrassing.
Well, how did you make a fool of yourself?
Well, Matthew McConaughey was here, and I was very, very excited to finally meet him because, you know, he's Matthew McConaughey, and you're like, ooh. And,
really?
yeah, ooh. And so I went back there, and he, like, extended his hand, and I did this. Literally for 5 minutes, like he kept trying to let go, and it was like something happened, and it was just like this grip on his hand. That was A.
Yeah.
B, I asked him what he was doing here. Like, what else would he be doing here?
Did he think you didn't know who he was?
Like, just hanging out backstage to say hello? Like, what else is he doing here? And then he asked me what I was doing here, and I actually said, I'm here to sign the hog. Like, that's not a delicate, feminine, like, I'm here to sign the hog, you know? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
Penelope should not be worried at all.
Oh, yeah, he was duly impressed.
It was embarrassing.
So that's your kind of guy, Matthew McConaughey.
Well, you know, he's kind of dreamy.
Dreamy?
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't heard that since
thing.
an Archie comic. I haven't heard anybody being Betty and Veronica. Dreamy like that.
Well,
like this
he
kind
was
of dreamy.
dreamy.
Wow.
Anyway.
Now, is that common for you to get tongue-tied around celebrities?
Yeah, all the time.
Really?
2 days later, did it with John Hewitt, the guy who plays Napoleon Dynamite, which is my favorite movie ever.
Really?
Yeah, and I saw him on the lot, yes. Yay, Napoleon. And I saw him on the lot, and I had no makeup on and was terrifying looking. But anyway, I stopped him and told him how much I loved the movie and everything like that. And then he just looked at me like, how did this person get on the lot? Like, where did she come from? And his friend actually said, who was that weird woman? And I was so embarrassed.
See, I'm trying to figure out how low down the celebrity scale before you're not impressed. Because whenever I see you go, hey, Jay, how you doing? You know, I tell you guys.
But
hey,
I know you. Can I just tell you something,
yes,
though?
go ahead.
Joey Buttafuoco just served ice cream on our set Monday for Halloween.
He works on your show?
He was there. We had a Halloween parade, and he came to serve ice cream.
Now, that's the perfect guy for you, Joey Buttafuoco.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Anyway, so when you mentioned that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it was in the tabloids. They said, well, this is stupid. It's probably not true. But then it was picked up in the regular paper.
He was there. I couldn't believe it.
Speaking of tabloids, I
Yeah.
saw this picture of you in the paper the other day.
Oh,
What are you doing pushing your car? What is that all about?
I ran out of gas in the middle of the street.
I ran out of gas. What are you like?
I don't know about these
It's a brand new car. What do you mean you don't know? It's a gauge that goes ding, ding,
No,
gas.
women are not supposed to have to worry about those
No.
guys.
It's a new car. I know that car. It's the Mini, right?
It is.
And not only has the gauge, there's a light that comes on.
All right, listen.
Well, how do you run out of gas?
No, but here's the story. I went to the gas station, and I was on a very important conference call.
So are you driving
know.
while talking on the phone?
Yes.
All right.
And I was in a dress, and so I thought, okay, well, I'll let someone else put the gas in the car today. I never do that. All right. Anyway, so I decided this one day I would.
Go to full
And I
serve.
gave him $40, and I drove away. It never dawned on me to check to make sure that he had actually put the gas in the car. He pocketed my $40. Never put gas in the car, and I get to Robertson, the one street like filled with paparazzi, and my car, and I'm like, oh. It's not going. Like, it's not going. This is not funny. And then I see people like, honk, 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 and I'm like, oh no, oh no. And so so I had to get out, and I started pushing my Mini Cooper down the street. I'm like, thank God I don't drive like an SUV or something. Can you imagine? I'd be like, and so I had to start. And so people got out, and they helped me in the paparazzi shooting photos. It was incredibly embarrassing. Anyway, a paparazzi actually helped me go and get gas for my car and everything. So they're not all bad.
Well, I just like the fact that a man walked up to your car, and you hand him $40, and he walks away. You probably weren't even in a full-service gas station.
I was. He worked there. I know it.
Well, did you go back?
No.
Why
What was I
not?
gonna say? Hey, thanks
I
a
gave you
lot for that
$40,
trouble.
you crook.
I didn't know he was a ginormous man. Like
A ginormous
yes,
man,
I mean,
wow.
what was he gonna, he was not gonna feel
Because
sorry
you know,
for me.
$40 only buys you that much gas. That's probably all you got anyway.
I should have checked, and I've learned my lesson.
And when
I'm
we come
sorry.
back, I want to get into this ghost thing.
Okay.
Because I know you're into this. I want to find out about this. More with Jennifer Love Hewitt right after. Welcome back. Talking with Jennifer Love Hewitt, star of The Ghost Whisperer. Now tell, what is a ghost whisperer? For those who don't deal in these sort of arts, tell people what a ghost whisperer actually does.
Okay, I play a woman named Melinda Gordon who has had the gift since she was really, really young
The gift.
a gift to speak with and see the dead. And basically, I help them with their unfinished business, and then I cross them over into the light.
I see. Now, do you yourself, do you believe in ghosts yourself?
You know what? I am very open to it, and I think it's fascinating, and I think I have to believe in it more than anyone else on the show because I play the Ghost Whisperer.
Right, and you get the most money. Well, yeah, of course, that's right. Have you ever had a ghost? You ever seen a ghost?
I did have a ghost.
All right, now where did you have a ghost? Tell me where.
Why are you smiling?
I'm smiling because you're very attractive. Where's the ghost?
I did have a ghost in my house, and the lights went off and on, like light switch up and down, even. Not like, you know, the clapper, like the lights just went off, but like the light switch moved up and down. I heard feet in my hallway, and I had it removed by a ghost whisperer.
All right, okay, now your lights are going on and off. You hear somebody in the hallway. Rather than call the police, you call the ghost whisperer. Now,
it was going on for a while.
Where do you find some? Oh, geez, you know, I've got ghosts. Oh, God, let me call the people. It's not like mold. I mean, where do you get
One of the consultants on our show actually does this, and so she came and cleared the ghost for me from my house.
Okay, and how does she clear it? Is a bag of 20s involved?
A bag of 20s.
I mean, how do you get rid of? I mean, does she walk in?
Well, it's not exciting though. That's the problem. Like her head doesn't spin around and green stuff comes out or anything. It's just she asked them to go.
What?
I'm not selling this very well, am I?
No, what do you mean she asked them to go? No, I'm trying to understand.
She basically, she says, you know, do you have any questions for the person who lives in the house? Do you have anything you want to say? And they do or they don't through her say things. And then she says, you know, it's time for you to go. This person doesn't want you in their house anymore. And you need to go into the light. And then here comes the light.
And do you see something happen? Do you see?
No, you can't see it. Only she can see it.
Only she can see it, of course, because she has the bag of 20s.
It's very cool, I promise.
Right. Was the ghost friendly? I mean, are they evil? I mean, how do you know?
Sometimes they're friendly, sometimes they're not. Like, for instance, one of the ways that I knew that I had one is you can start feeling very lethargic, and you have a lot of throat problems, electronical stuff in your house starts to sort of trip out. My TiVo wasn't working, which is a disaster.
Well, anytime your TiVo working, it's ghost. It says right in the handbook, we're not responsible. This is a supernatural.
Oh, you know what? I'm not telling you any more of my
tell me
stories.
some more, because I know I'm having trouble with one of my carburetors. I think it might be ghosts.
No, but there's a lot of different things that happen. And so when I told her that was going on, she said, definitely. And she said to me, she said, in about 48 hours after I clear the ghost from your house, you are going to feel much better. And in fact, I did. Maybe it was just my mind. You don't know, but I felt better. What? You know? The show is fantastic, and people should really check it out.
I know. Now, is there a ghost on the show? Someone told me there was a ghost on the show.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
In a couple of episodes, we've had real ghosts show up. Not seen, one ghost was brought to our attention by a viewer over, the internet, and they kind of said, I think we saw something here, and we double-checked it, and there, in fact, was a ghost. And in this episode...
I'm listening, yeah.
Listen, in the episode that's airing next week...
Right. During sweeps, the big sweeps episode.
You know what?
No, I'm just...
Listen, maybe he's a sweeps ghost, you don't know. His name's Sweeps. Anyway, in tonight's episode, it didn't show up. In next week's episode, there's a flashback of something that happened in tonight's episode, and he appeared in our footage.
And you have this footage here?
Yes, I have it to show you, and I will point him out to you. Do you the blue hooded man, that is not an actor in our show, and he was not on our dailies. He was not there when we filmed. He has one leg. I can't explain that to you, but anyway, he was not there when we filmed, and he showed up on this footage.
That's the guy that killed Dr. Richard Kimball. Remember the one-legged guy? Oh, that's the one-armed guy. You know, he probably goes from TV show to TV show.
But he kind of looks like Elliot from E.T. when he's going up on the thing. But no, he showed up in our footage, unexplainable. All right. People,
Well, how come he didn't show up on, like, another show? Or why is it the ghost shows up on the Ghost Whisperer?
Maybe he feels comfortable there.
Maybe he's comfortable.
I don't know.
Well, have you ever been to a psychic or done any of those things?
I have been to a psychic.
You have been to a psychic. All right. And what happened there?
Well, actually, she told me kind of about the show. I went to see her, just with a friend of mine. Just your looks really.
What do you mean she told you about the show? What do you mean by that?
No, okay. Well, I'll tell you. Now I really feel like a strange ghost person who's scary. Anyway, so I went there, and she basically said to me, she said, "I'm getting something about spirits." And she said, they are wanting you to represent them well. And I didn't say anything. And she says, do you know what that means? And I said, well, I'm not really sure. And I wasn't really thinking about the show at the moment. And she says, I'm getting something with a whisper, something with ghosts and a whisper.
Yeah.
How do you explain
Now, did you happen to have a copy of the Variety, which had the story?
No. We had done the pilot. It had not been publicized yet.
No.
It had not been picked up. No one knew anything about it. Unless she, like, knows my agent or something. There's no way she would have known.
Maybe you have the same agent. Now, look, now you're getting mad. Now,
No, it was cool,
Was there a
though.
bag of 20s involved there?
No, there was not a bag of 20s.
Now, have you ever talked to the dead? Does that happen? Have you talked to the... Or do you just see... How does it work? How do you communicate with the dead?
I just talked to them.
Okay.
On the show.
What are you wearing when you talk to the dead? I'm just curious. You doing any of those
Little
scenes?
tops and blue jeans.
Oh, no, really? Well, that'll raise the dead, I'm sure, yeah.
Well, for the people who don't believe in it like you, they have to have something too.
Did I say I didn't believe? Did I say I did not believe?
Would you believe if you ever saw a ghost?
If I saw a ghost, I would believe it if I saw one.
But you're not open to the idea.
Well, yes, I'm open to the idea. Well, actually, I'll tell you a story.
Okay,
Back
good,
subject.
good.
I was in Detroit. I was doing a movie in Detroit like 14 years ago. It was like 100 degrees. And I go over and I stand by this building, and I get a chill. It's like freezing. I thought, oh, this is freezing. And I move away, and I got hot, and I went back, ooh, and I got a chill again. And I thought, wow, this is weird. So I said to a cop, I said, you know, I was standing over there. And the cop said, funny you should say that. He said, you know, that's the entrance to where the old slaughterhouse used to be. And I thought, well, that was kind of weird, because in the middle of the day, I wasn't even in a shadow. It wasn't like I was in a cooler spot. But because that was the entrance to the slaughterhouse.
See?
Yeah.
That's one of the things you feel when there's a
And you know what I
ghost.
did right after that?
What?
I had a hamburger.
That's horrible.
It's the Ghost Whisperer. Every Friday night, be right back with Mark Hewitt, the lovely Jennifer Love Hewitt. And of course, Jennifer Love Hewitt, the Ghost Whisperer with the bag of 20s. Monday night, Dana Carville there, Crocodile Hunter, Steve Irwin, and the music of Jamiroquai. So stay tuned for Conan coming up next. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.